Hey there, my Pollywog Pitter Patters. How you doing today? We've got the Z Factor Mastery Mode on hard. We just keep getting things more and more intense. So if you guys know anything about Z Factor, you know it's one of my least favorite maps. At least one of my least favorite beginner maps. I just don't like it. It's kind of funky, it's kind of weird, and I feel like it's just stupid. There's no good way to explain it. In no way is the design bad. I feel like usually you just run out of designs eventually. And this is a pretty good design for sure. It's different, and that's why it's kind of interesting, but still doesn't make me have to like it. No, it doesn't. So today, what do I have for you guys? A big darn surprise, because you have the most angrifying map with one of the most angrifying towers in the entire game. We have the Dartling Guns. So how are we going to use these guys? Well, I started trying to start off with the Dartling Gun, and let's just say it didn't turn out. It turned out so bad. I had to get like almost a 2-1 Dartling before I got my first farm up. It's not a good starting tower. It works okay, but just getting the farms up in time is just not worth it. So or trying to get the farms up in time, it doesn't work well. So we're gonna do with an engineer. We're gonna do an engineer start. Just start the game off how we normally would. Do an engineer start, and you know, we could probably use some other stuff as well. It doesn't mean we have to use all Dartling guns, but I think by the end here, we're gonna get a lot of really cool towers. We're probably gonna go like a bunch of Hydro Rocket pods, and even go for possibly some 4-2 Dartling guns with infinite popping power. What? I know, it's going to get kind of intense, because we're going to have so many balloons on the screen and everything. It's going to be kind of really fun to use those, but actually kind of effective. So you're noticing, with our engineer, we're already having to use road spikes on round 23. Oh my god. Dude, this is tough. On 24 and everything, I feel like you look that little camel balloon. It was just like, I don't know, it just looks kind of funny. It looks like, and honestly, the balloons would almost make that noise as they're running through, especially a camel balloon. Just like running through our defense. Anyways, we get our first Dartling gun up. I actually went with a lot of farms, believe it or not. I went with 6 farms instead of the normal 4, possibly 5 farms. Because it fits so well. I felt like we could fit 6 pretty easily. We could even go for 7 if we really wanted to. But glue gunners are still fairly important. So why did I pick the Dartling gun specialty building for this map? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been picking specialty buildings designed mostly for that map. I don't just pick one out random and I'm like, yeah, let's try this one out and see how we can make it work for us. No, I'm trying to at least pick out what I think would be a fairly good tower to use on that map. And overall, I found that in most situations, it works out pretty reasonably well for me. Even though I thought, at first glance, that I was only going to be using the engineer specialty building, or maybe the ninja specialty building the entire time, it's not really what happened. No, not really at all. So anyways, the cool thing about the Dartling gun, let's talk about what kind of upgrades he gets. I never really talked about that. So we got the reduced cost, 5%. You know, it helps. You know, I mean, it's only 5%, but whatever. Increased attack speed. So we got him shooting even faster than he normally does. On top of that, this is the cool thing. This is the cool, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been able to click my bananas and everything most of the time. What's up with that? Level 3 Dartling guns can lock their attacks. So I'm just shooting down the straight line right here. Yeah, and I'm going to shoot down this straight line over here. So it's kind of like the opposite of the mortar. Instead of having to lock it in its place, or having it always follow you, now we can lock it in its place. So like the opposite. I know, it's kind of funky here. So around 38, oh man, we lost some lives. Kind of stupidly too. Like I built enough road spikes and everything, it just kind of snuck through still. And it was all because of those stupid lead balloons. So anyways, we have some hard times coming up for us. Oh man, round 39, I mean, this is already a difficult one, but now we have round 40. Oh my goodness gracious. We might even have to sell some banana farms to get the laser cannon or whatever that we want to get to survive these guys. But I'm thinking first things first, we gotta pop that mob layer. So let's pop this mob layer. Let's do it, dog. And how we doing? Oh, we do. We fantastically pop these guys. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and then a level 4 Dartling gun, by the way, does 1 extra pierce. So that does not really help out for late game strong Dartling guns, but for these lower level Dartling guns, oh my goodness gracious, it does help out a bunch. Now another thing that I want to point out really quick is I don't really like the road spike follow mouse Dartling gun thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but when you road spike, it doesn't follow your mouse anymore. It's like you're building it, or whenever you're trying to build a tower while you have those things, it doesn't follow your mouse anymore. It just sticks to where it was aiming in the first place. So if when I'm road spiking something, it makes basically my Dartling guns not able to do the stuff that they want to do anymore. It doesn't make them aim anymore. So I thought that was a bad thing. I feel like any other tower, okay, fine, I don't really care that much. But for road spikes, dude, I mean, we're already trying to pop the balloons, and then we're just taking away our, like, ability to pop the balloon. I don't know, it was just kind of lame. So what did we get? We ended up getting 2 laser cannons up in the front here, and I'm actually changing them over to following mouse. Most of them are just going to follow our mouse right now. I don't really have the time or the energy to be able to switch them back and forth between locking on and everything, and moving them all around. There's just not enough micro capabilities, I suppose, because I'm going to be messing up my other Dartling guns trying to micro certain Dartling guns. So it just turns out really, really bad. So what I did was I got a bunch of laser cannons trying to pop through the Moab layers. They're all going to hopefully eventually shoot straight towards the entrance. Then I wanted to get a couple Hydra rocket pods down in the bottom left corner there and have them shoot straight across, and hopefully here, pop all the balloons. That's kind of the plan here. But eventually we're going to lock these guys all in and hopefully be able to pop all these balloons really, really easily. Honestly, I think at this point we probably could, but it's kind of a tricky thing to go for. So check that out now. We got 3 of these 2-4 Dartling guns. Now I actually really like when a tower not only upgrades to a 2-4 ability, but also gets better when upgrading from a 2-3 to a 2-4. For example, there's some things like a tack shooter when you get a Blade Maelstrom, or a Moab Assassin. They're still Moab Maulers, they're still Blade Shooters. They don't do any extra popping power, they don't do anything extra, but when you use their ability, obviously it's an ability, so it changes the game a little bit. But for these Dartling guns, like you can tell, they not only shoot out 1 little rocket, they shoot out 3 rockets, and they have the ability, but the ability kind of sucks, to be honest with you guys. In most situations. I say that with caution, because it's not always bad, just most situations. When you have a lot of balloons on the screen, it actually does kind of a cool job of, like, a lot of low-level balloons on the screen, it just goes into, whoa, just shoots them all over the place. It looks kind of cool, honestly. So anyways, what do we have going on right here? We got 4 insta-kill lasers, 5 insta-kill lasers. Oh my god, go for 6 insta-kill lasers. They're not really insta-kill lasers, but I feel like that's a fun name. And I also felt like this was going to be a really cool thumbnail to laserify the Z Factor. This is honestly the most Z Factor-ish way that I could do this. I want to get the entire screen in the thumbnail. That's kind of the plan here. So I hope it looks really cool, and hope you guys clicked on it because of that action. So look at that, we're popping through these Oh My Gods and everything. We don't have like barely any extra popping power besides that Robo Monkey right there. He's not good enough to pop through that many Oh My Gods. It is the laser action that's really doing this popping power. So anyways, that is all I'm going to have for you guys today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, press the like button for me. Oh my goodness, just press it for me. It's just going to make me nice and happy. And you can tell, we're going to pop through tons of things. And have a super duper delicious day.